Let us learn to use StopWatch in our Spring application. Spring provides StopWatch class that is a simple stopwatch and allows for exposing total running time and running time for each named task. Stopwatch class is normally used to verify performance during proof of concept work and in development. It is not used in production applications. The instance of stopwatch is not thread safe and does not use synchronization. To start the stopwatch, use its start method, and to stop the stopwatch, use its stop method. Now let's see in our application how do we use the stopwatch. I have an AOP application. I am using @around. The functionality of @around, you should know that using @around annotation we can achieve the functionality of both before and after advice. For this we need to create a method annotated with @around in aspect class. Inside this method use proceeding join point dot proceed, and before and after this line write your code like this. It means when we call proceeding join point dot proceed, only when method will run. Okay, so let's see. I have a method user service. I have a component user service and it has a method do task. So what I want that for the do task I want to run our AOP method user advice. This is around. So what I want that start the stopwatch before the do task method starts running, and once the do task method has completed its task then stop it. So what we have to do is use join point that proceed until and unless we call this do task will not start to execute. So what I am doing that before calling join point that proceed start the stopwatch. Okay, then call the join point that proceeds. So this line will start to execute do task method, and once the do task method has been completed then the control will be here and we will get stopwatch dot stop and our stopwatch will stop. So in this way we will calculate the time duration for executing do task method. This was aspect class, and to enable using AOP in our application we need to use enable aspect J auto proxy with Java config, and one more thing that you need to use Spring Boot Starter AOP to resolve the dependency, and in this way we can create an aspect class. I am using here @aspect annotation to create aspect class, and then I can use @around. To use @around is only way the requirement is that we want to start our stopwatch before the application starts executing, and then we want to stop the stopwatch after that method has completed its execution. So for that I created a component user service and it has a method do task, and for that I have applied an AOP, and I'm using @around like this, and in this way we measured the duration of do task execution time. Here I am this is my Spring Boot application. Here I am getting the bean, then calling our method. So just before starting this, stopwatch will be started, and once this method has completed, stopwatch will stop and the time duration will be recorded. Let's run it. This is in seconds. The method duration to execute was this. Task name is this. Okay. In this way, our stopwatch is working. This is the duration of execution time for the do task method. Okay, thank you.